What's up, guys, and welcome to another Insight Subs podcast. So we are joined today by Insight athlete Pav. So if any guys that don't know Pav, this is Pav, and he's going to introduce himself into what he does, who he is, and yeah, just crack on, mate.
Pav, the Russian bear you forgot.
The Russian bear. I'm sorry, mate. Yeah.
Basically, I've been competing, doing bodybuilding for, to be honest, like a year? Not long, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It was my first season because I moved. I always trained. I've always been into like sports. I played football professionally, and I've done swimming. I've done ping pong, anything, and I was good at everything.
Yeah.
But every sport I did, I had some kind of a hurdle, like an injury. Reason why I had to stop playing football is because I had really bad knees.
Right.
And then breaking up with girlfriends makes bodybuilders. So I started training, and then when I finished football, I got into training, and then I saw that I was getting better results than most people. You know, training naturally. I was very against steroids for many years. I was very against it. I thought people on stage that I was looking up to were natural.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was natural, but obviously you come to the point where you realize, all right, that's not true.
Yeah.
Most people in the gym take steroids.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then I think it was when I moved to Wakefield, which is not far from you guys. It's about an hour and a half drive. I started going to Muscle Unit Gym, and this is where I met Rob Taylor. Everybody probably knows him. And he, we became friends, and he helped me out to get on stage. I just came up to him and said, like, could you help me out? I think I've always thought that I don't have enough size to go on stage. But he said, we'll get you ready in, let's say, I think it was about 12 weeks. I just came back from holiday looking really fat. It was all inclusive.
Right.
He didn't tell me anything. He just said, yeah, we'll get you ready. Now he's like, Pav, you were so fat when you came back. So not a very good situation, but we managed to get ready. It was my first show ever. I was not gonna lie, like 2-3 weeks out, I was very scared. I was very scared. I was looking at other people's photos, and I'm thinking, man, they look so good.
Yeah.
And even when I was at the qualifier, which was on Saturday, which we both did it together. We both did prep together and everything. And I was backstage. I know this is going to sound really weird, but when I was getting tanned, I was looking at everyone's ass. And I was like, this guy's peeled.
Yeah.
Not obviously not in that way, but just I was thinking, man, these guys are really good.
Yeah.
And then got on stage, obviously won on the first day. And then I had to look at photos. I'm like, they don't look how I see them in my head.
Right.
Especially compared to me. People didn't look that good. Obviously, different classes, and I've seen some really good athletes there. There was some really good quality athletes. But I was looking at like an average guy and thinking he would beat me.
Right,
but
yeah.
Then I would see photo, I'm like, well, day and night.
Yeah, exactly. But what's funny is we came to see you at that show, didn't we?
Yeah.
So was that the one down south?
Watford.
Yeah, Watford. That's it. Yeah. So that was.
Yeah.
We
you
came
guys
down
came down on Sunday.
Sunday.
Saturday was a qualifier.
Right.
And then obviously Sunday was the final.
Yeah, and then you didn't end up doing it, did you?
Well, I ended up I did the novice one.
The first one that we missed.
British.
Yeah.
Which thank you. Which you just missed.
Yeah.
I got my sword, and then you guys came in. And then it was a funny situation because you saw Bob Cicarello was there.
Yeah.
And he when I won, he gave me my sword, said all his speech and that, and he said to me, "Okay, go get ready for the Open, fight for the pro card." I run backstage. I saw Rob, and I said to Rob, "All right, what do I eat? Do I eat cookies now? What do I do? What do I do?" Because obviously I've already pumped up. I've already eaten food. I already had my carbs that I was supposed to have before the show, before the going on stage. And he just said, "All right, have this. I started eating my cookies. I think it was like four Twix cookies, really nice.
Right.
And this woman came up to me and she said, "Because you won the novice, you can't compete for the pro card."
Oh, really?
Which I was like, all right, I guess, whatever. I said, then
Really?
I went to Rob and I said, like, they're not allowing me to do it. But he said, all right, just go get food then.
Fucking hell,
So,
man.
and then this was a mistake. I had like, you probably saw there was stalls where they were giving protein bars.
Yeah.
And I had about 15 of them.
Fucking hell.
Oh, my stomach was so bad.
I bet it was, mate.
That was a
Fucking hell.
mistake.
Oh,
And
man.
I'd photo shoot the next day. My stomach was ruined.
Bloody hell, man. No,
Yeah.
I think with protein bars, because they're so kind of processed, a lot of them, I think, oh my God, if I have more than two in a day, so
Yeah.
15, man, is crazy.
Plus,
But
I'm thinking like, why am I eating protein bars? I'm done.
exactly, just eat other
Why
bars.
protein bars? Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
So I mean, I guess that leads on to what was your big cheat meal, cheat day, whatever you did, kind of straight after. What did you have?
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
That day, it was a mess. I enjoyed it, but it was a mess at the same time. So basically, I waited for Rob to win his pro card, and we all said, "All right, we're going to TJ Fridays."
Right. Okay.
So, I think it was my brother who was driving his car, because I didn't want to drive to Watford. I just wanted to relax. I
Yeah.
didn't wanna, any stress. Even though those guys caused me a lot of stress. Never bring all your family with you. Never.
No.
It's a lot of stress. And so I think I called. I went to parking lot. They already left, and I called Abby, which is Rob's wife, and she said to me, "We're at TJ Fridays, which is closest from town." So, for some reason, my brother put in our house address into GPS. So we went there. I'm like, and halfway through, I'm thinking like, we're going home.
Right.
And he's like, oh shit. And then you realize that, so he put nearest TJ Fridays. The problem is, from our house, the nearest TJ Fridays was a different one.
Right. Okay.
So we went there, we ordered everything, and I'm like, when is Rob coming up? And then food comes, and I go on his Instagram. Isn't a different one? So we ended up in two different TJ Fridays.
Right. Okay.
And the worst thing is, he had his sponsors came, Applied Nutrition that he's sponsored by, and they ended up paying for food.
Oh,
I had to
bloody
pay
hell.
for my food.
Oh, fucking hell.
I was like, no, how? So obviously,
hell, man.
I got angry at my brother.
So what did you actually get?
If I remember correct, it was like a really big burger, like a
Right,
stack,
okay.
really big stack. It was mac and cheese,
Yeah.
burger, mac and cheese, sweet potato fries, normal potato fries with cheese,
Fucking hell.
and then I was nibbling, like eating other people's stuff.
Right. Okay.
And while I was eating that, the girl who was serving us, she found out that I won the British, so they brought me cake.
Oh man, no way.
So I've eaten that as well. And then I
Fucking
said
hell.
to everybody at the table, like, my stomach is so bad right now. I need to go outside.
Yeah.
So I had to go for a walk.
Right. Okay.
My stomach was exploding. And about 30 minutes later, I'm like, I know I shouldn't be doing this because I feel sick, but we're going to get dessert now.
Okay.
So went to this place called Caspas.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
I've ordered one of those big bubblegum milkshakes,
Yeah.
a big peanut butter waffle, pancakes with ice cream, and I'm eating all that. I'm feeling even worse.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I got tan all over me. My clothes look bad. I didn't look good. And then I said, all right, we're going home.
Right.
That's it. We went home. I laid on my bed, and then I looked to the side, and I've got a bag full of sweets.
Right.
I put it on my stomach while laying down, giving birth, and I was like, and I still kept eating it. My stomach was exploding. I was in so much pain, but I was still eating it.
Fucking hell. So how long did you prep for them? Like properly prep for?
I think It was around 14 weeks. We
Right.
originally planned to do a show actually 4 weeks before. I think it was Ryan Terry Classic. I think,
Yeah.
or Luke Sander, one of them. And but then we're just looking at how my body is reacting, how my body is looking. We just thought, let's push it a bit more. There's another show anyway. Why rush it?
Yeah.
So then we decided to do qualifier. Rob told me that you will qualify for finals. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And obviously we both qualified and managed to win.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, you smashed it, to be fair. I always remember the one time, I think it was, you'd come in, and I can't remember what you'd got. It was one of the first times we'd met you. And then I always remember the next time you came, and I swear to God, I thought a drug addict had just walked in the shop. Literally, man. Because you were a big dude before, like, you were like a biggish guy, weren't you? Like, you were just fucking meaty. And then when you next came in, you'd been on prep. And I just remember I looked at him and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And then you spoke and I'm like, oh, it's that guy. But honestly, man, like the difference in you, I think when you were on off season to when you were cutting, your whole face changes completely. I remember like you could hardly walk. You were just so defeated. Yeah, like that was. And I think the day before, was that the one when you did the leg session with Rob and you couldn't get up the stairs or down the stairs or something?
Yeah.
Well, that's every session, I suppose. But no, I remember that stands out in my head so much. But I think at the end of the day, it was so annoying that we came down. Like obviously we came to see Bridgman as well. But then literally I was like, all right, we'll go see Pav. So anyway, we walked in, sat down. I'm like, hey, I swear he said he was on like one of the first shows. I'm sat there thinking, the first show's has already been, hasn't it? And then literally, I remember you coming out. I'm like, "Fuck's sake, man!" But I think it was it after that we took you on, didn't we? As an athlete. So then, I guess the next thing to say is when are you next? Well, when were you next planning on competing? I know it was the Irish show, if I'm correct.
That was the plan. Well, to be honest, we were both getting ready for the Irish show because there's a professional one. Mm-hmm. It was 2-1-2. Okay. So Rob wanted to do a professional one as his first show, and there was a qualifier as well.
Right. Okay.
But I just thought I didn't have enough improvements on my legs during the off season because my upper body just grew. That's not a problem for me. It's always been my dominant part. It's my upper body, my back, my shoulders. But I just thought, I'll just wait. I'm still young. Why rush it? Mm-hmm. Why rush it? I wanna make sure next time I get on stage, I look completely different.
Yeah.
I've added 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see, like, the judges gave me feedback. Boom, he made all those improvements.
Right. Okay.
Because I don't want to look a little bit different. There's no point.
So, what feedback did they give you?
Well, the feedback. One of the feedbacks, I think it's because I'm Eastern European thing.
Right. Okay.
Obviously, they said I had they literally said I had the best back they've seen in a long time.
Bloody hell.
Comparing to even like open guys.
Wow.
They said the detail, everything. Because a lot of people can have a big back.
Yeah.
But there's no much detail. Like something like Breon Ainsley.
Yeah.
He has that like very detailed. There's like just everything from bottom to the top. And they said your upper body really good. Just need to improve on the tie-in between hamstring and quads, more size. And they said just smile.
Right. Okay.
You didn't smile at all. It was hard to smile. Even like my lips were so dry, the middle of my lip opened up.
Oh, really?
Bleeding. Yeah, it was really bad. So that's why I didn't want to smile. I was just like every time I would open mouth, it would open again.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so what that was completely your first time competing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, is there anything you would say from when you did it that kind of you could say to people that were thinking of doing the first one? Like, is anything, for example, the smiling thing? Is there what feelings do you have when you first get on that stage? Is it a bit weird?
The first day, when they just announced your name and I got on, yeah, it was weird. I was a little bit like
Yeah.
scared.
Right.
Uh, but then I think once I started posing, you're getting used to it and you start liking it.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you do really well, you win qualifier, then you kind of bigging yourself up for the finals now. That you're good,
Yeah.
And but at the finals, I was just going off. The guy who was doing the pose down at the finals, I was pushing him, and I was just doing bodybuilding poses, and I just didn't care anymore.
Fucking hell.
And
Right.
they even messed up they couldn't put my music on, so I had to dance to something, pose to
So,
something
yeah.
random.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, which
What
kind
what
of
what
threw me
was your
off, but I
music
didn't
though?
care.
What was the music you did use?
Right. While I was prepping, I was watching a lot of German classic guy David Hoffman.
Yes.
Yeah, I've used one of the songs that he used a while ago.
Right. Okay.
It's like a 90s style song.
Right. Okay.
I wouldn't even know the name anymore. Something about sky, blue, stars, something along those
Right. Okay.
lines.
So what? So like for example, when you next compete, are you aiming to stay in classic physique, or are you wanting to go higher?
All right. Um, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I'm hovering around like 245, 250 pounds now,
Fucking hell.
and I'm not fat.
Right. Okay.
Um, I've improved, especially in legs. I've improved a lot. Like my legs doubled in size,
Bloody hell.
like hamstring and quads. Uh, as I remember, the limit for classic was 205.
Right. Fucking hell, man.
So I don't know if I have 50 pounds to drop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it all depends because obviously everybody holds like water and fat in different places. Like I hold, well, actually, before I was holding a lot of water in my legs until like last 2 weeks before the show.
Right.
They wouldn't, like, I couldn't see separations in my quads. But
Right. Okay.
then once we stopped training legs and the water dropped, my legs were so dry.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously that's how your body holds it. But now I'm in off season. My legs are actually pretty decent. Like
Yeah.
you can see separations in my quads. You can see hamstring separation and everything. So
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
for
know.
me, like with the whole classic physique thing, I think your kind of shape and everything fits classic physique quite well because you do have quite a narrow waist, don't you?
Yeah.
And I think it would be a shame if you couldn't do that because I think you would absolutely blow it away. Do you think personally, because for me personally as an outsider, I don't see why there should have to be a weight limit on classic physique
Yeah.
because surely if you're not going to win if you're just a big blocky dude with loads of
No,
muscle. You're
that's
going to
true.
win
That's
if you
how it
look
should be.
more
Yeah.
physique. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't see why there should have to be a weight limit. Like that to me sounds a bit ridiculous, but I guess it's how they do it.
Well, I think the reason for it is not try to, because there are some big guys that are pretty. They look classic, like
Yeah,
Cedric McMillan.
yeah, I suppose
The
so.
guy
Yeah,
is huge, but
yeah,
he's like a 90s, 70s kind of physique.
yeah,
So what I think they're trying to do is they want to have a balance between big guys and
yeah.
classic guys. So they're not like, one thing I don't understand, like in men's physique, there's some really big guys in pro.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
They don't have weight limit.
No, they don't. Yeah,
So that's a bit weird. I've seen some guys in men's physique that are bigger than classic,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, there is.
which makes no sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think who is it? Who's the guy? Who's a physique guy that's pretty big? What's his name? One of the what's his name? I can't think of his name. Never mind. But yeah, he
Well,
looked really good.
there were recently a guy. This was a couple of months ago. I think he's Colombian.
Right.
He won his pro card and he won his pro show, and he took a photo with a guy who won the classic physique, and it was bigger than him.
Oh, really?
So obviously, here's the thing: some people have really tiny waist, tiny wrists, so it'll make them look much bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I have a friend who won PCA men's physique overall last year, British. and he has like his waist is like 27, 26.
Fucking hell.
So obviously, if you would see him in a t-shirt, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
men's physique champion right there. But he takes it off because his muscle belly is so round and his waist is so small. It just looks really pleasing, and it makes him pop and look
yeah.
bigger.
Exactly, yeah.
And if somebody is really big but have really wide waist, that's not going to complement his physique. So he's not gonna look as big as somebody with small waist.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, I agree. And I think, did you see was it last year when George the Bull won the Classic?
Arnold, was he Arnold?
Arnold, it might be. Yes, Arnold, that's it, yeah. Won the Arnold Classic, and he was, and there was, is it Steve Laureus?
Steve Laureus.
See, for me, he should have won it, but...
Yeah, let's be honest. George the Bull is not classic.
No, he's not.
At all.
No chance.
There's nothing classic about his physique.
No.
He's a good bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He's got one of the best backs I've ever seen. His
Yeah.
back is just alien.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But that doesn't make you a classic physique bodybuilder.
Yeah, no,
But that's
exactly.
why he's transitioning now. He's 246 now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
He's doing 212.
So for you, would you do it like, I don't know the ins and outs of kind of when it gets to this level of bodybuilding and stuff. Would you do anything different if you decided, right, okay, I'm too heavy to basically do classic now. I need to go into the open. Is there anything you would do different? I'm guessing there wouldn't be, because it's just, at the end of the day, it's building muscle and...
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
To be honest.
Yeah,
more
I thought...
food. Drug-wise, maybe you'd have to push more.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you probably seen there was a video with Chris Bumstead where he talks about how much he takes, and it's not as crazy as some bodybuilders would do.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Because you got to think about it this way. Open bodybuilders, they are a lot of those guys. Let's say 5'11", 6 foot. Off season, they're about 300 pounds.
Yeah.
That's not normal for your body.
Well, exactly.
It's like being obese 300 pounds.
Yeah.
For your heart and for your skeleton, that's not good to carry all that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And obviously to get to that, you need super physiological dosages. Obviously, it all depends on your genetics as well. Somebody will have to do less. For some reason, white guys need to do more.
Yeah, seems that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I think you can tell a guy also. There's a lot of things to do with, like, when I see a guy, I can tell if he's using, a lot more drugs than he potentially needs to, just by the quality of the skin, and that kind of thing. And I think it's quite interesting to see there's guys that do it so perfectly, like they nail it. They look good. Their skin looks good. They look happy. But then there's the other guys that just do boom, 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 take it a bit too far. How have you kept the drug? Have you kept them quite low? I think you have.
Yeah, I don't go crazy. No.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, like on my prep for the finals, I did. It was about 350 tests a week, prop, 350 tren ace, and 350 mass run. But then at the end, we pretty much like got rid of test like 2 weeks, a week out, because obviously test can hold water.
Right. Okay.
And it was just a little bit higher trend, like 450 maybe, and the mass run, and obviously Uranova, which is not really toxic to your liver or anything like that, so it doesn't damage it, and Winstrol.
Right. Okay.
So, that's under a gram, just like a gram.
Yeah.
I hear people doing just 1 gram a test, and that's just test.
Yeah.
There's going to be like 600 milligrams of EQ. I've heard people doing like 70 milligrams of oxys, some crazy stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think even the lads at the gym where I am, they will do like, I knew
more than athletes.
Oh yeah, way more. Yeah, way more. You're talking like a total of 2 or 3 gram at a minimum. And it's just interesting, just for them to go and party on a weekend as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
no, exactly.
It gives a bad image to bodybuilding.
It does, yeah, definitely. And I think, is there any kind of just like overall tips that you would give to a younger guy that's probably getting pressured into doing drugs or pressured into certain things? Anything, not just drug wise, but anything in general, you would say?
Yeah, I mean, I think if somebody, let's say, want to get into bodybuilding, and end of the day, it's going to be his choice. Even if there's going to be somebody telling him don't, because most people will give you this advice: wait until you're like 25, train for 6-8 years, build a foundation, learn how to train, learn how to diet.
Yeah.
But most people don't follow that.
Yeah.
Even people that give that advice, they don't follow that.
Yeah.
A lot of people will train for a year or two and then maybe start using steroids. The main thing, I think, you need to understand why you're doing it. And do you want to be in the sport for a long time? If that's the case, then you have to look after your health, because end of the day, bodybuilding is not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is try to make it as healthy as possible, and do blood work.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people talk about that now. Blood work is so important.
Yeah.
Do it during cycle, post cycle, just to know how you're reacting to different stuff. Why? Because some people will be feeling lethargic but not know why. And then they'll go get blood test done, and they'll see, the red blood count is way too high.
Yeah.
And their blood is thick, and they're almost like getting a blood clot.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
people walk around and don't know that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think one thing definitely key is get your bloods done beforehand, get your bloods done, during and then after as well.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, I heard it from. This is what I always say to a lot of young lads that come in the shop. I heard one guy that made a comment, and it made a lot of sense. He said, when you think about using steroids, are you using it to enhance your career, or are you just using it because you want to look better? Because if you're using it to enhance your career, and it's going to be your actual money, where you make money, your career, that's what you do, then it's fine. Go do that. But if you're doing it just for either just looks or just because you feel you want to, then don't do it. In this game, it's like saying, you wouldn't put a lot of money into a business if you didn't think it was going to work.
Exactly.
And you're going to be in it for a long time, like you've just mentioned. So that's what I always try and mention to them. But I think a lot of kids are quite.
They don't listen.
Yeah, they're impatient.
Everybody's been a kid. I think we all been where we think we're the smartest. We think we know everything. Plus, I think when you're a kid, when you're very young, you think you're invincible.
Mm.
You'll think, I'll take this. It's not going to do anything to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It might not do anything to you for 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to understand that it might start catching up with you in 10 years.
Yeah. No, I definitely think so.
It then.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that, especially in my school and stuff, that did a little bit, and they were the biggest guys back when they were 16, 17 and all this, because they took a few pro hormones, and it's definitely hit them hard now, I would say, to the point where none of them even train anymore. So it's quite an interesting subject. But I guess to move on from that, let's talk about supplements in general. So what were you using before you were coming to us? Was there anything in particular you were using that you either liked or didn't like?
To be honest, the main thing I was looking for a pre-workout always.
Mm-hmm. What was one of your favorites that you used to use?
That old formula of Kraken.
Okay, yeah.
That was all right.
Yeah, that was good.
To be honest, when I first took pre-workout, I was very scared. I thought that's like on the borderline of illegal.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think it was I bought NL Explode.
Yeah.
Like the first one. And I took that, and I'm thinking, like, I'm going to bounce now. This is going to be crazy. And I took it, and I'm like, what?
Oh, really?
Didn't really give me anything.
Mate, when I first took a pre-workout, I thought I was going to die.
C4. The first C4 I've tried, that was okay.
Right.
Obviously, when I just started, I think one from Optimum Nutrition.
The gold standard one?
No, one before gold standard. I can't remember, but there was one.
I don't know what that one was. Did you...
Steve Cook was on it, I think.
Steve Cook was on a lot of stuff back then.
Yeah.
But what did you use? Like, did you use a lot of subs? No, just kind of the odd pre-workout.
To be honest, I didn't understand much about them.
Right.
There were times when I heard somebody says L-carnitine will help you burn fat, so I just bought L-carnitine and I was using it. I'm like, why is it not working? Maybe because I'm eating Pringles every night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we've all done that. But what do you? So, for example, like so let's say when you first came to us, I know that you got. I can remember you buying Demo Day.
Yeah.
You like Demo Day. Would you still use Demo Day now?
Yeah, I think I prefer the Strum Carbo Max.
Carbo Max, yeah.
Reason I think it mixes better.
Right, okay.
And plus that lime, I think it's lime citrus flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's with the cold water. I think it's really refreshing compared to like the cherry one from
Acton Sledge.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite sweet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's nice, but sometimes it can be like if you're training legs. Oof, I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't go down, and
yeah.
I've noticed that Carbomax mixes so well.
Right, okay. Yeah, Carbo Max in general,
no problems.
it's a brilliant product. I think anything that Strom does is good. But so right now, what are you using that you're enjoying?
Well, like I said, Carbomax. As a pre-workout, I got MB Pre, obviously one of my favorites. The Reignite, new flavor, awesome, and Naughty Boy, the pump one.
Yeah. Is it good?
It tastes so good as well.
Which one did you get?
Tastes the apple one. No, it's called Peng.
Peng, yeah.
Is it apple?
No, it's meant to be.
It's nice, but
lime and coconut. It's meant to be.
All right, because I have no idea what Peng. I heard people say Peng is like cool Peng.
Yeah.
But it tastes good. It tastes really good. The normal Naughty Boy is really good as well.
Right. Okay.
I think Rise. Rise I like. I
really
like Rise.
Yeah.
I think also I don't listen to what it says on a packet. It says no more than one scoop.
You just do whatever.
I'd take two.
Right,
At least two. And a pump in as well.
So do you vary though what you use depending on session? Yeah. So for example, for a leg session, I'm guessing you won't take a pump aid.
No, I try to stay away from that. So I need something that I'll get a good focus. Reignite is really good on leg days. MV Pre.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing like chest, I don't need more than just a normal pump pre-workout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So do you take anything health-wise? Do you take anything in particular that, like, even in general, so it could just be vitamin C, vitamin D, whatever?
Yeah.
Is there anything
obviously,
you take?
Your vitamins. That's obviously the important stuff. I think, especially like after the cycle, the liquid curcumin from Supplement Needs.
Yeah,
that's really good stuff. I think vitamin D3 is very important as well.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
Because last time I did my blood work, my vitamin D3 was non-existent.
Oh, really?
And prior to doing that, I was eating, I can't remember, I was eating something really soft. And I felt stones in my mouth. And I'm thinking, like, I think it was cornflakes or something.
Right, okay.
And I was like, whoa, that's a really hard one. And then I spat it out, and it was my teeth.
Fucking hell.
And I think it's because my D3 was that low.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's important for your bones.
For your bone health, yeah. Bloody hell, man. So was it your whole tooth?
Yeah.
Whoa, fucking hell.
It just started crumbling. Yeah.
That's bad as that. Fucking hell. Yeah. So I mean, you've got the Recarb is now on its way to you. Revitalize on its way to you. So with the Revitalize, I would just say just take it in the morning. Just take it. It tastes so fucking good. Recarb, I think you really like. Funnily enough, with the Recarb, we've been selling it as a 25 serving tub. It's a fucking 30 serving tub.
30, yeah.
I don't know why we've been doing that. Like, literally, the guy sent me the graphics. I'm like, I'll put this on the site. 25 servings sounds about right. And then I picked up the tub today to do a talk on it, and I'm like, this is a 30 serving tub.
Yeah.
I messaged the manufacturer, like, is it a 30 or 25? He goes, yeah, it's a 30, man. What the fuck are you on about? I'm like, fuck that, man. But no, I think you really like that. Honestly, the only thing is, like you've mentioned, maybe not on a leg day, because they are quite sweet. They are still refreshing, but they're quite sweet. I don't know which one we've sent. I reckon he's probably sent you probably strawberry orange. Might be apple pomegranate though. So just give us your
One
feedback.
of
Let
them
me
too.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So plans for. I think kind of we'll round this episode off with what are your plans for the next. Obviously, once this whole shit's over,
Yeah.
what's your plans for the next few months and years and competition
Uh,
wise anyway.
Obviously, the future plans. Well, the plan is to have a baby in 5 weeks.
Oh shit! Yeah, fucking hell, man.
So I'm very close.
5 weeks.
So
How are you
I'll be in your
finding?
shoes.
How's your partner so far? Is she struggling?
She's good. She hasn't had any problems. No problems. Uh, she she got like weird cravings. We watch a movie and she'll be licking soap. Yeah,
Really?
sniffing it, licking it, and then she tells me like, "Don't you think this is nice?" I'm like, "It's a soap."
Like actual soap?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
We
god.
bought like 10 bars of soap so she can smell it. Yeah.
My missus never had anything like that. Never.
No.
Not one single craving. Did you? I don't know. She probably didn't.
At some point she was eating like 30 plums a day.
Plums.
Yeah, she was just like, buy me plums. Every time I'd go to shop, she's like, buy me 3 packets of plums.
Fucking hell, man, that's so
Yeah.
strange.
And they had to be like almost not ripe, like hard,
Right.
not sweet at
Yeah,
all.
it sounds like fucking hell. So how you're 5 weeks away now?
Yeah.
It's a little girl, right?
Little girl, yeah.
Yeah, we're all having little girls, man. This is worrying times for us all. Mine's she's 5 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, man. I think bodybuilding might take a back seat then. Jesus
Well, we already like we made like a little contract already.
Christ. Right, okay.
Well, we were talking about it the other day. We were watching a movie, and she was asking me a question. She's like, "Pav, if our little girl has a poop, what do you do?" I just said, "I pick her up and give it to you." And she would go on like, "If she's hungry, what would you do?"
Pass it to you. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. She's been sat at home for past like 2 months now. Obviously, I'll be working and bringing money into the house. So obviously, I will be there and I will be looking after the baby, but I will be the one who needs to get the work done.
Yeah.
So I need to get my sleep.
Exactly.
Before leg days.
Listen, mate. The amount of times I was pacing up and down the bedroom, carrying a little one while she wouldn't sleep, and yeah, it's kind of like it's hard because you feel bad because obviously you have to go to sleep to go to work,
Yeah.
and they're kind of just stuck having to stay awake. So you do feel bad, but at the same time you're like, come on, we're gonna have no money if I don't go.
Yeah.
But we found that as soon as she hits, is it 3 or 4? I think it was 3 months or 4 months. As soon as you hit that mark, they change completely, and they just become like really, really like. They don't cry as much. They're just more. You can speak to them more in a certain way. Like obviously they don't reply, but yeah. But it's great, man. So I think you're going to enjoy it, and I think you'll be a good dad. So yeah, I'm happy for you, man.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we will. I think we should do like a series. So like for example, with each athlete, I think it's a case of I think we should do more than one episode. Because there's a lot more things I could ask you, but obviously we're approaching on 40 minutes now, and the idea is to keep them a little bit shorter. So what we'll do is we'll end it there. So thank you to everyone that has watched. Hopefully you've learned a bit about Pav and a little bit about bodybuilding and where he's going in the next few months and stuff. So yeah, just thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for coming on, Pav. And we'll do another episode soon. Yeah? Right, thank you very much, guys.